So let's get a quick update on the Batman. I was able to fix his head. Here's how I did it. I didn't glue anything together yet. So what I did was I took an RC axle, and this is from a Vetera V100S chassis, and really ground it down. And I might still fill this in with like a metal epoxy, but still does very well for the head. So what it does is fit in here, and it actually allows, you know, the head to look up, look down, left and right. So pretty good there. And then what I did was I took a bit, sized it with the axle here, and drilled it down the neck, because the neck is a pretty solid piece. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up anything in the torso. So later on I'm gonna glue this portion in, and then so here let's take a look with the gas mask Batman. So now that looks fantastic, and that actually works out really well. So up, down, left, right, and voila. So now that's fixed. Okay, here's the other issue. So I'm gonna concentrate on the hand here, and as we zoom in, I finally got this thing to really fit in. People were having a lot of trouble with the this kind of grippy hands. So we're not talking about the fist hand, we're talking about the hands that are supposed to be gripping both the Batarang and the grapple gun. The Batarangs fit in fine, but the grapple gun not so much. So I tried to fudge around with it a little bit, and I think this is actually the first video that comments on it, pretty honestly. If you look at it, it is a little bit cattywampus. So you could see how he's gripping it. That, you know, goes for an awesome shot, you know, but so it's trying to focus there. But I mean, you can imagine what kind of nice shots you could get with that. However, see how that lands on the hand? It's really off, just because the sculpts don't match. Now, here's the other question. So this part moves, and which part is he really supposed to grip? Is he supposed to grip here? Is he supposed to grip here? And what's the point? I mean, if this, I mean, is it like this, kind of like the Arkham series? So I don't know the answer to that. The other thing that I kind of failed to mention in my own video, and saw that there wasn't much of a comment on, was the shoulder articulation. So you could see all the way up here that the shoulder pad comes up to below the cape, and some people are able to kind of tuck that cape over, but I'm trying to get this thing into a punching position, and I cannot. It is just a very rigid, very limited articulation. I can't even get it to kind of shoulder level. I can't make him bring his arm up to shoulder level. So again, you know, you have your wrist and you have your elbow, which I was mistaken. It is a double elbow joint with the bicep swivel. But here, I mean, a lot of people, manufacturers are making a butterfly joint, but certainly none of that is present on this figure, and it's really not such that I can get the shoulder to go way up. And I mean, you know, if Batman is going to be punching, he's going to need that movement. He's going to need that articulation. So here, again, I kind of have that awkward, I'm trying to launch this gun up, and I really can't get that shoulder up that high. Maybe I can fudge it to take a look. So maybe that kind of picture, boom, he's just starting the launch. And so kind of the torso and the rest of the figure is out of focus, and the gun is in focus firing. So I mean, I think that's a pretty cool shot there, maybe, but severely limiting for, you know, what they're touting as the premium line figure now, to kind of outdo all the others, at least within the DC Collectibles. So again, I have no qualms with this thing being a display piece. It is absolutely beautiful in terms of, you know, kind of like the realism. It is based somewhat on the Rebirth suit. However, I mean, if somebody is going to go and fight crime realistically, you do want enough protection, but you do want enough flexibility and I guess movement. So, you know, they comment a lot on that in the Arkham series, and so he just wants a faster, lighter suit. They do make a comment in Nolan's series for Dark Knight when Christian Bale has trouble fighting those dogs in the beginning of the movie, so he switches to those titanium plates that allow him that kind of articulation in between. But that's the quick update. Thank God nothing's really happened with the right lower leg here. So that seems to be pretty steady. But again, if you were a true Batman fan, you may want this. And if you're a completionist, you may want it as well. But there are many details that are absolutely beautiful here. And again, like that memory cloth hexagonal weave there. It's just a theme throughout the whole figure that makes it really look nice. And the fact that they brought out that head that looks so much like the Samurai Batman movie before Joker pulled off the whole castle and Harley switcheroo scheme on him. That actually looks fantastic. So yeah, I mean, not too shabby. I'm going to see if it can look up a little bit more. So if you recall, it was a problem to begin with that there was not much upward articulation of the head. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is try to make it look as much as I can up top. But again, here you go. Try to do that. That's as high as it goes. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these updates, and I hope this was a very honest review. So I still stand by my final statement that you probably don't want to be paying upwards of $130, $99. I've seen it on Big Bad Toy Store, but remember that's without shipping. So I leave it up to you. I'm sure that people have enough judgment as to how to spend their money, but anyway, I very much like it from an aesthetic standpoint. From a playability standpoint, posability standpoint, not so much. So, okay guys, catch you later.